Every silence hides a story. Harborview, Oregon. A quiet town by the sea. Time moved slower here. One file remained untouched. Emily Carter. Her file remained untouched.
She captured the silence of places.
A photographer chasing calm light. Find beauty in what disappears.
Her last seen alive.
No one saw her again. She walked toward the sea.
Her phone pinged once. Then, silence. After that, nothing.
Search began before sunrise.
The sea gave no answers.
Officers built a timeline.
The news called it mysterious. Her family waited by the phone.
Her image lingered across town.
They gathered to remember her.
Hope burned faintly that night. No footprints remained.
One detective refused to quit.
He studied her last steps. Her trail ended near the pier. That night, a storm arrived.
Nothing washed ashore.
The case stayed open.
Harborview grew quiet again.
He couldn't forget her face.
Time stopped for him.
The ocean kept her secret.
He saw a pattern forming.
A new day.
Same questions.
He reopened the file in silence.
The past always catches up to you.
He searched where she vanished.
All signs pointed to the pier.
The ocean held her silence.
June 12th stayed circled forever. No evidence, no witness, no trace. The storm erased her path.
His report offered no closure.
Whispers filled the alleys. Her story became rumor and fear.
He kept returning to the harbor.
The sea stayed indifferent.
Truth sleeps beneath the tide.
End of the beginning.
The investigation quietly resumed.
They widened the search zone.
Teams searched inland methodically. Every piece of coastline checked.
No DNA was recovered.
One witness heard steps outside.
Reenactments gave no answers.
The pier remained the center point.
Analysts enhanced the final image.
A human outline appeared. Roughly 6 feet tall.
An unidentified male present.
Patterns started to emerge. They reopened similar disappearances. Another woman vanished years earlier.
Both near the same dock.
Public interest reignited briefly.
Pressure grew to find answers.
He worked long into the night.
Old reports hinted repetition. He typed the same conclusion.
Something felt unfinished.
Harborview slept uneasy. He started over each morning. Years of unsolved cases lined shelves.
Then he found a clue.
Inside, a card still intact.
"23 photos recovered.
Empty coastlines. Empty light.
One frame showed a figure.
He froze the image.
It matched another case image.
Two disappearances, one pattern.
The town's silence deepened.
Her eyes seemed to follow him. He felt someone watching.
The case began to haunt him.
The pattern repeated over years.
He returned to where it began.
Every wave felt like memory.
The ocean stared back.
A new lead surfaced. He followed the silence. Truth hid behind reflection. He wasn't alone this time. Something moved in the fog.
It vanished before his eyes. The pattern had returned. The ocean kept another secret.
End of chapter 2. Patterns began to emerge slowly.
Every 4 years, one vanished.
Always the same coastline.
The older files held patterns too.
Different names. Same disappearance. He charted the missing chronologically.
The pattern repeated itself. He looked older overnight. Each clue led to emptiness. The same fog. The same hour.
Each point near deep water.
7 disappearances in 12 years.
Patterns form like rain trails.
The pattern stretched beyond Harborview.
A network of vanishing points. Different faces, same expression. Their gazes match direction.
He couldn't look away anymore.
A cycle began forming. He retraced each victim's route.
Always near water, always alone.
These were not coincidences.
The coastline told a story.
Sleep became impossible.
Nights grew longer each week.
He saw himself in the missing.
Emily's photo stayed in the center.
The archives whispered patterns.
Every drawer hid repetition.
Each date followed geometry. The vanishings formed a spiral.
He realized something impossible.
Every location followed a pattern.
He no longer saw boundaries.
The sea waited like a mirror.
He heard whispers from the dark.
The pattern consumed him.
He questioned his own mind.
Nights felt endless in Harborview. The pattern reached beyond land.
He named it the Vanishing Pattern.
Morning revealed nothing new.
He carried the silence with him.
The pattern covered the coast. The spiral repeated endlessly.
He wasn't sure who watched whom.
Some truths stay submerged.
The pattern began to stare back.
The sea echoed his thoughts. End of Chapter 3.
Sleep abandoned him. He no longer recognized himself.
The spiral grew larger each day.
Harborview looked unfamiliar now.
The lines crossed endlessly. He started hearing footsteps.
Reality, bent around memory.
Her face never stayed still.
He returned where it began.
The ocean whispered faintly.
Something stirred below. He felt seen from beneath.
Harborview grew emptier each night.
He feared the pattern watched back.
The mirror no longer obeyed him.
He followed his own echoes.
The case filled his home.
He wrote the same words nightly.
The spiral was complete.
The town seemed to breathe with him.
Time lost its rhythm. He wrote only one word now.
The harbor called him back.
The reflection looked alive.
He followed himself to the edge.
Something glowed below the surface.
It pulsed like a memory.
He understood too late.
The pattern belonged to the sea.
His final entry ended mid-line.
The window was left open.
Harborview slept, unaware.
The tide erased every trace.
His notes melted into the page.
The town woke to silence. Another name joined her file.
His desk sat untouched.
Harborview returned to quiet.
Below, the spiral kept turning.
End of chapter 4.
Dawn returned without warmth.
He was simply gone.
No one spoke his name aloud.
The sea kept repeating itself. His last page remained blank.
Fog returned to the streets.
The harbor waited once more.
Daylight surrendered quietly.
End of chapter 4.
Morning came without him.
His room remained untouched.
Only her photo stayed lit. The harbor kept its rhythm. The case was quietly closed.
But the ocean kept records unseen.
These notes spoke in fragments.
She knew the pattern.
The town drifted back into silence. A new image surfaced. Someone stood where she vanished.
The walls had been cleared.
Light faded with his name.
People still search the cliffs.
His name joined the list.
The pier waits, unchanged. Beneath, time moves differently. Every reflection hides a truth. Every story ends unfinished.
She never left Harborview.
Maybe he followed her there.
And the files stopped growing.
Fog returned like a memory.
The story ended where it began. End of chapter 5. Midnight swallowed the shoreline. His writing stopped mid-thought.
Something moved beneath the tide.
The sea held more than silence.
Morning revealed no answers.
Even footprints disappeared.
Now his face joined hers. The story repeated itself again.
Harborview learned to move on.
Every trace fades eventually.
Only the pattern remained. The case loops in history.
The sea reflects every face.
It calls us all, eventually. Harborview disappears again.
Unresolved doesn't mean forgotten.
The sea never answers, only keeps.
Harborview sinks into memory.
Morning begins again.
Life resumes without question.
But the pattern sleeps below.
Some stories never surface.
The water keeps them all.
End of the Vanishing Point.
Some truths are better left beneath.